So before I get into this video, I want you to meet someone. This someone has been my best friend since I was like 2 years old, has protected me my entire life, has come on every journey anywhere in the world I've ever went, and she was the main inspiration for the lyrics of Little Duckling.
You just drift along the stream.
So meet Miepje. This is Miepje. She is very small, she's very adorable, and she's gonna protect me today because this is the first time I'm talking to a camera with a bunch of lights and microphones in my face, and I'm a little bit overwhelmed and scared. I'm still doing this because I want to share this with you, but she's gonna protect me. She's not gonna be part of the conversation because she doesn't say a lot, but look at her, isn't she adorable? So hi. I'm Sanne, and this is the first in a series of videos called Creative Insights, where I take an element out of my latest production, and I don't share only the production itself, I also want to give you a bit of an insight on how I created it and why and what was the inspiration for it. And in this specific video, I want to be talking about the lyrics of Little Duckling. So for me, lyrics are kind of hard. Lyrics are in English, first of all. I decided to write my lyrics in English, which is not my native tongue. I'm Dutch, so there's this little block. And also I kind of consider myself a musician before I consider myself a lyric writer, or at least a singer before I consider myself a lyric writer. So the way I usually do this is I first write the music, and then on top of that, I puzzle the lyrics. And you can kind of compare this with mosaic. So first I make the sculpture, I make the nice little shapes, and then on top of that, I puzzle the mosaic. Because if I start with the lyrics, if I start with a mosaic, I end up having this flat shape that is not very interesting, like a super boring song with like 2 chords and, you know, a pentatonic melody, which is, to me, not very interesting. I want to first have interesting music with an interesting melody that I really love, and then kind of feel the vibe of the song, think about what I want to say with it, and then in the end, I will write the lyrics. And with this song, Little Duckling, it went exactly the same way. I first wrote the song, I wrote it on the kalimba, I was just playing this pattern, then I had this melody, and then later I wanted to write something about childlikeness, something about innocence, purity, about vulnerability, because I felt like that was what the song was representing. And I started off with this story of Disney in my mind called Ugly Duckling. So this image of this swan that is not accepted, is growing up in the wrong circumstances. Everybody thinks she's really ugly. And then at some point she grows up and she realizes that actually she was just in the wrong place. She was in the wrong place in the wrong time. I find that really endearing, I find it really beautiful. Then I realized that I actually have my own little ugly duckling. I don't think she's ugly, I think she's gorgeous. Basically, she embodies this purity, this inner child. Like I said, the vulnerability. I've been looking for that vulnerability a lot lately. How to throw your heart out there and make people see you, like I'm doing right now in this video. It's really, I'm really opening up to something. And I think that is also what I tried to talk about in this lyrics. I wanted to say that it's okay to be vulnerable, that it's great to show yourself, to be fragile, and that probably in the end the world will accept you if you just stay who you are and if you just stay strong in that, like the little swan did. So I went from Ugly Duckling to Miepje to Little Duckling. And then I started asking around to friends if they had a soft toy when they were a kid and if they still have it. And, you know, I'm actually really curious to hear from you as well. Please comment below. I'd love to know his or her name. I'd be curious if it's still hanging around somewhere dusting away in your closet. But the thing is, all my friends, first of all, they said, yes, I had a soft toy when I was a kid. And second of all, they said, I still have it. Some of them still sleep with it, like me, because nobody can actually get rid of their innocence. It's still there. I believe that within everyone, there's still a bit of innocence, a bit of purity. I'm searching for how to reach it better and how to talk with it, to it, and how to protect it most of all. Because I think it's so important that this piece isn't just dusting away, there's no wall built around it, that you're still kind of opening up once in a while. I think the world can use a bit of childlikeness once in a while. If you haven't seen my single, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, so I will link it above and below, and it's out on all the platforms. It released about 10 days ago. Also, you can obviously sign up to my newsletter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, the whole thing. But most of all, I want to create a bit of a community here on YouTube. So if you subscribe to my channel, you can not only find out what I release, but also why I release something, what the thoughts behind it were, what the inspiration was. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next video. And she's gonna fly away.
to keep